Hi guys! Today I'm going to be making one of my family's favorite recipe, the cinnamon rolls. We love this recipe, one because it is easy to make, and two because it's so soft and fluffy like it melts in your mouth. For the dough, we're going to need 1/3 cup of unsalted butter. We're going to be mixing that in the blender. Half a cup of sugar. Make sure the sugar and the butter are very incorporated. And I forgot to mention the butter needs to be softened like room temperature. We're also going to need 2 eggs. Once you see that the sugar and the butter is really mixed, a teaspoon of salt. We're also going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to add those cups one at a time. Make sure they're all really good mixed there. And before I did all this, I had 1 cup of lukewarm milk with a teaspoon of sugar from the same sugar from the half a cup that we added here, and then 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. Once it bubbles up, then you can go ahead and incorporate that after you mix it with the flour. I like to mix it a little bit with the paddle. Once I see it's a little bit mixed, I go ahead and change it for the hook. And then you will know it's real mixed when it starts peeling off the bowl and it starts making like a ball. Once it's ready, I like to spray avocado oil on a bowl, or you can just spray the oil of your preference. Like to make sure it's round, place it in the bowl and cover it with a kitchen towel. I like to let it rise at least for an hour, sometimes a little longer. To just make sure you cover it with a towel, place it on the side of the stove while you can just start doing the filling and the icing. Once the hour has passed, make sure you roll it on a lightly floured surface. I like to knead it just for a little bit, not too long. And you're going to be stretching it with a roller 6 inches long by 12 inches wide, and it should be approximately like 1/4 inch thick. Usually my husband helps me with this to make sure I have the correct size on them. Once my lovely husband has finished stretching it to the correct size, we are going to be making the filling mix, which is 1 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, and 1/3 cup of softened butter. Make sure you give that a good mix. First, you are going to be spreading the butter. Make sure you spread it evenly. Once the butter is spread, we are going to be sprinkling the sugar mix. I like to do it with a spoon, but later on I rather use my hands to just make sure I cover every part of the dough. Once it's completely covered with the sprinkle mix of the sugar, you're going to start rolling it. Usually my husband helps me to do this too, rolling it all the way. Make sure it's a little tight until it looks like a big log. Make sure it's evenly rolled, so try to make it as even as possible. Once you rolled it all the way, that it should look like a long log. Once you do that, we are going to be cutting the roll into 1.5 inch slices. As you can see here, my husband likes to eat that part, so he can help me with that. We use a knife, but you can also use some floss to cut into slices too, so sometimes that helps, but we are more comfortable with the knife. Once the roll is cut on even slices, we place them on a pan with parchment paper, and we also let it rise for 30 minutes. While that is rising by the stove, we're going to go ahead and mix the cream cheese icing mix. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter, softened butter, 1/4 of cream cheese, one and a half cups of powdered sugar or confectioner sugar, Continue to add the powdered sugar. Once it's all mixed together, go ahead and add the vanilla extract, which I like to measure with my heart, but it's usually like a teaspoon of vanilla you can add. Go ahead and add like a pinch of salt. I did not show it on the video, but that's something that you need to add also to the icing. Once your cinnamon rolls are ready, it's been more than 30 minutes, go ahead and place them in the oven. Temperature 350 for 20 minutes or until like golden. You'll notice that they're getting golden on the edges. And look at this. How delicious is that? You can let them cool for a little bit and then start placing the icing. I don't wait too long because I like the icing to melt and cover the cinnamon roll. Go and give it a good amount on each. And look how delicious this looks. And it's so light and fluffy. These will melt in your mouth. I'm telling you, you have to try this recipe. I can't wait for my family to try it. So like and follow. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.